What is going on, everyone? Welcome. I'm super excited to be going live here on Amazon. If you're watching elsewhere, come join me over on Amazon. It's billythorpe.live. So billythorpe.live will get you in the right place. Or you can go to amazon.com/live and check out my stream along with multiple other people's streams as well. A lot going on. Super exciting day to be one of 2 Prime days this week. So thank you, everyone, for jumping into the chat, for joining me. Feel free to say hello. Let me know where you're watching from, all that fun stuff. I have pulled up a seat. I've gotten comfy. I've gotten some drinks ready to hang out. Got some bubbly water, which probably isn't the best option for going live. But I'm super excited to be talking about some Amazon brand deals or Prime Day deals, audio, video. We're going to talk about microphones, lights, interfaces, stuff for podcasting, stuff for live streaming. Got a couple randos in that carousel as well. So if you've never been on here before, you've never watched anything on Amazon Live, there's a carousel either to the left or to the bottom or to the right. Somewhere there's a bunch of products near this video. And if you see something you're interested in, you can click on it and make a purchase and do all those fun things. So I got a lot of fun stuff in the carousel here that we're going to talk about and kind of go over. So I won't delay anymore. I'll jump right into it. If you see something in the carousel and you want to know more about it, let me know. And what's up, David? Barbecue David started following me. Thank you so much, Barbecue David. Appreciate that follow. And make sure you hit the follow button, hit the unmute button. I got that somewhere. Here we go. So follow and unmute if you haven't already. Feel free to do that as well. All right, so let's jump right into it. The first set of products I want to talk about, a lot of these are from Shure, the audio company Shure. They were very kind and sent me several different products to share on this live stream. And so I'm going to jump into some of those. And one of them I'm pretty shocked by. Now, I've been podcasting for a few years. The Shure SM7B that I'm using, that's my daily microphone, is amazing. It's in the carousel. I don't know if it's on a Prime Day deal, but I think it is on a little bit of a special. But this thing has been awesome, and I really love Shure products. I have this, I have the headphones, and they sent me an MV7. So for some of you who might be looking into podcasting, and you might be saying, oh, I should look into, getting a microphone, but maybe I don't want an interface, and I just want it to be simple, right? Like, we just want life to be simple. And Shure sent me this over, and I just got it yesterday, so I've had a little bit of time to mess with it before this live stream, and I'm super impressed by it. And I'll show you a couple things I really like about it. First of all, it is XLR or USB. So I have it plugged into my computer. I'm going to switch over here in just a minute to USB, and it also has a headphone jack where you can monitor your live audio. And the reason why I love this so much is it makes it super simple to put right into my computer. Now, I have it on one of these little stands, this little tabletop stand. Now, when I turn it on, you could probably hear some noise, some table noise or whatever, and I'll show you in a second. I really recommend a boom arm. However, this thing will go on a boom arm, a regular mic stand, a stand like this, what have you. So the reason why, let me jump over to this camera as well, and the reason why I like this thing so much is it has some onboard controls that you don't really see on a lot of microphones. One, it has volume adjustments, so both of these, it shows a mic and a headphone. Well, when you tap those, it'll activate, like that activated the mic, so it turns like an amber color. Maybe you could see it better. I don't know if you can see it better on one side, one camera or the other, but you'll activate this amber color, and then you can slide your fingers left or right, so you got a plus and minus, and you can adjust your headphone volume right here that goes in the back, your headphone right there, right here, and you can adjust that volume. Now, why that's so significant is because a lot of USB microphones, another one that I own, so I don't know where it's at, somewhere around here, doesn't have the volume adjustment. It's just plug it in and that's it. That's all you get. So you don't really get a volume adjustment. So the Shure MV7 here does have the volume adjustment for your headphones. And then let's jump back over. If you tap this button again, it will go green. And now this activates your microphone levels, which will go up and down. And then also it has a mute button right here. And I say buttons, but they're like really touch activated little areas. And so I can touch that and unmute it. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute it. Now, I don't have headphones plugged into it. Maybe I will. Maybe I will plug headphones into it right now. I can easily unplug these from my Rodecaster, and maybe I'll plug it into here. And now I'm going to switch over. And now you should hear me from the MV7. So let me adjust some volume here on my computer, and I can turn it up, or I can come over here and turn it up like I said as well. So if I want to turn up the microphone a little bit, and let me adjust the headphones and turn those up quite a bit. There we go. And so now I can talk through this. Here we go. And kind of how I recommend mic placement is corner of your mouth, kind of a 45, talk across it. You don't want a ton of plosives and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, this is, let me see if I can turn this up a little bit more. There we go. So there's the headphone adjustment for this microphone as well. And once again, if you're joining me on another platform besides Amazon Live, feel free to jump over to Amazon.com/live and you'll see my live stream on there, or go to billythorpe.live and that'll send you right to my live page as well. And I'm just talking about the Shure MV7. Shure sent this to me. So that's how you adjust the headphone adjustment right there. And that's kind of cool because you can do all this from the fly. So you won't need to get on your computer and do all that kind of stuff, but you can do it from the fly. Now, also, if you want to, this is what I really love about this as well, is you can, and let me jump over here and see if it's on this one. Yeah, here we go. You can jump into mic setup on this microphone in their app. So they have a Shure Plus Motive app, and you can jump in, and it has a lot of different options here. I'll just go over a couple because it's one of those things where you got to click in and kind of tap around, but you can mute your microphone. All right, you couldn't hear me there. You can adjust the gain of your mic, so I can go ahead and turn this up if I want to. So between this and the software I'm recording in, I have a lot of gain control. So I'm going to turn that back down. I can do a monitor mix between my microphone and my playback of my computer. Let me make this a little bit bigger if you're seeing it here on the screen. So the monitor mix, I can do that. EQ, I can adjust the different EQ. So this is going to go to a high pass filter. This is going to go to a presence boost. And this is going to go to a high pass and presence boost. So pretty neat app that comes with the phone. And you can plug this up. I'm sorry, it comes with a microphone. You can plug this up into your phone and do this, through your phone app as well. Or this is on my MacBook Pro. I get a 2020 with the M1 chip. You can turn on a limiter for all your radio people who want a high compressor. There you go. What's up? Welcome to radio. Here we go. So compressor, high, medium, low, or light, medium, heavy. You can turn that on and off, and then you can do live meters. Now, what I like about live meters, once again, I don't know if you can see this. Let me jump over to this one. This camera. So when you see, I don't know if you can see it, but this is like live meters jumping up and down right there, so you can kind of live meter your audio in case you get too hot. You can see it just went into the orange there, to the yellow, to the red. Depends on how I talk, so you can keep the live meter going on there as well. So that is the basics of the Shure MV7. Super great podcasting microphone. I wish they had it when I was first started podcasting, because I'd have probably picked one up. And also you can jump over to auto level as well. So this will auto level, and you can kind of adjust it, mic position, near, far, dark, bright. It's more basic setup. So I'm going to go back over to manual. But yeah, right there is the Shure MV7. And I'm going to switch back over to my SM7B. I'll plug my headphones back in here into the Rodecaster. So yeah, I'm really impressed by this microphone. For the price point, I think it's a great. I wouldn't even say beginner. I would say advanced podcaster. Like, I know a lot of advanced podcasters who are using this. And one thing that some people do, like, this is kind of cool. This little foam cover comes off here. This little wind cover, and I know people will take the cover off of the 7B and put on here to create just a little bit more distance between their mouth, the sound in that capsule, and get a little bit different audio sound that they like a little bit more. So there you go. And also you can plug this thing in. That was USB. You can plug it in XLR just like any other microphone. I don't think there's going to be a huge difference, but yeah, you can do that as well. So if you have a Rodecaster Pro or some type of interface, that kind of thing. All right, Barbecue David says, hi, I was not able to say thank you. The chat area would not load. We are set now. Thanks again. I was interested in buying the Sony ZV-1 camera. Just curious, you thought of that, or should I look for a Sony ZV-E10? Okay, so I'll talk about the camera since that was a question there in the chat. Now, I wanted a Sony ZV-E10. And the reason why I wanted one was because the sensor is a little bit bigger than the ZV-1, and you could take off the lens, you could put in, whatever. It has has more functionality, and I would say it's really about use case. For me, and I'll switch over here to let's see if I can do like you can see I have a ZV-1 here and I have a ZV-1 there. So this camera is this. So here's a ZV-1 as well, and then this is the ZV-1. And the reason why that I chose a ZV-1 over, besides it being available, because the ZV-E10 was not, was really because I used mine in studio. I'm really doing a 24 millimeter wide angle shot. I do some green screen stuff in here for another show that I do. I don't really go out and do any photography or videography or vlogging or anything like that. So my cameras are really just like set and go. I have another table across from me over there, and I have a co-host of a fishing podcast that comes in about once a week. And so I'll just move a camera over and shoot, straight on to what he's got going on over there. So it depends on the use case. If you are wanting it to be more versatile, you want to use it in studio, you want to go, or you want to use it in studio, you want to take it for doing photography and street shots and all this kind of stuff, I would go with the E10 because I think you have more versatility. With the Sony ZV-1, I mean, they're point and shoot cameras, like super easy to use, 24 millimeter wide, and that's it. And then, it'll zoom in, so I can zoom in pretty far. I can't remember what the millimeter is, but, it's got a smaller sensor, so it's not going to work really good in low light, but I got plenty of lights, as you can see here. And yeah, for my use case, I got one. I brought it in the studio, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And the reason why I bought one, I'll tell you the reason why. Let me scroll over to the ZV-E10 since I'm talking about it. That way or ZV-1 rather. The reason why I got it is I had a Canon EOS RP for a long time, but it wouldn't do this. You see how quick that is? The autofocus on these things are amazing. So if I'm here on Amazon and I'm showing product and I'm going, oh, look at this, the Rode Wireless Go 2, that to me is really important, that presentation, that ability to quickly focus on the product. And so they have what's called, like a product display mode on Sony's. And I'm a part of a live streaming community, and they're just all the time, so fast, everything's so fast. Everything's just oh, there you go. There's key, whatever. It's just so fast with autofocus. And my Canon would not do that. And I tried everything. And so I went ahead and traded it in, sold that, and then got two of these, which have just been pretty amazing. So I think it's an amazing camera. Depends on what you want to do with it. I'm here on Amazon Live. I'm doing a podcast. I'm doing live stream show. And to me, the ability to, get this really fast shot is more important than even bokeh, behind me, the blurriness. And if you can see, I haven't really decided what to do with the background. So I literally have two LED lights just shining on the background, and I'll have a green screen, which I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit, doing that as well. So David, I hope that answers your question. I know that was a very long answer, but I just wanted to give some context, and really say, it depends. I know you probably don't like that answer, but it depends. It depends on what you want to do. For me, in studio, these things work great. Maybe I'll get a ZV or ZV-E10. Maybe. I haven't looked at them. I do probably want one, but it's probably just more I want one, not I need one. So yeah, it just depends on your use case there. All right, and by the way, if you have anything, else that you need, let me know there in the chat. Okay, cool. David thinks. He says, thank you. Great answer. I have a lot of thinking to do. And really they're about the same price range as well. So, that's the thing. But I don't know, because then you got to buy, and this is what kind of kept me from it too, because I had one a DSLR Canon camera, had like 3 lenses. I only used one of the lenses, but each one of those lenses costs half as much as the camera. And so I was like, man, I just don't want to do that again. I want just a point and shoot, camera that will zoom in and out. And once again, I'm not ever using the zoom hardly. So yeah, think about that. Like, what do you want it to do? The kit lens, I've seen people make it look good, but it's like, does it really work great for the $100 extra or whatever? I don't know. So yeah, there you go. There's my thoughts. I'm going to stop thinking about that one because I'll be shopping here right beside you. Do you feel they are cheap or good quality? No, I think they're good quality, man. I'm really impressed, coming from Canon, coming over to Sony. These ZV-1s have been great. Now, there are some settings that you need to change inside of them. Like one is the, I think it's like, I can't remember the setting, what it's called, but it's like the overheat resistance needs to be on high. So if you're shooting in 4K, they have a tendency to overheat. What I always do is I keep my camera flipped out for that. For my display lens, I keep it flipped out. Well, let me show you. I'm over here talking circles around myself. This display right there, I always keep it out. I also have which they're in the carousel, the rechargeable or the dummy batteries for them as well. And so the battery casing's open, so there's plenty of airflow going around how I use these cameras, and I have that resistance on, or the high temperature before it'll cut off. And I've literally left these on all day long. Now, you don't have to have the dummy battery for these, and I'll highlight it in case anybody's interested in what I'm talking about. And this is basically, you just plug it in and then plug it into a power brick. Now, you do have to have, I think it's like a 5 volts, 2.4 amp or something, a little adapter to plug it into your wall. But I've left these on all day on those things. Now, you don't need it because these things have USB, what's called USB streaming mode, and they'll actually like charge the battery as you're using it to stream with your USB cable, which is what I'm doing right now. But the problem is that the battery still only lasts for like a couple of hours. So if I'm in the studio and I'm working, I'm recording videos, and I'm not really trying to turn on and off cameras all day, that is, sorry, I left it on the other camera, but I'm not turning on and off cameras all day. And so if I forget, then the battery dies and I got to switch out the battery. So I just got the dummy batteries. I don't think about it, turn them on and go. So there you go. I think they're great. I like mine a lot. I bought one and then liked it so much I went and got another one after I sold some of the other camera gear that I had. All right, cool. So let's so we talked about the Shure MV7 a little bit, which is on special from $249 to $219. It's a Prime Day deal. So if you're looking for a microphone, highly recommend that one. And like I said, it's USB, then you can do XLR. So if you don't have an interface, you want to grow into one, so to speak, that's the way to do it. Now we'll go over here to the Shure SM7B. I always have to put this microphone in the carousel. I love it. It's awesome. I know it's like the Joe Rogan microphone. Before that, Michael Jackson, Thriller, all those fun things. It's a great microphone. I love it. You do need a little bit of additional power for that. So I went ahead and threw in a Triton Audio FET-head. And what this does is I'll show you. And I got one plugged into my Rodecaster. I don't know if I can, whoa, I don't know what's going on here. Oh yeah, that was a screen share. I don't know if I can show you guys or not. Let me see if you can see it. Yeah, there you go. So this is the little FET-head. And I'll pull it out here and show you as well. And by the way, I see a few people watching that are not over on Amazon. Feel free to join me over at Amazon. So it's billythorpe.live. And you can check that out. So here's a little FET-head. We'll do this camera right here. It's basically just a little barrel adapter that you hook in. And I plug this side right into my Rodecaster and plug this into the cable running to my microphone. And you get to have phantom power, 48 volt phantom power. and you just turn it on, and it gives us a little additional gain boost. Now, I'm using the Rodecaster Pro 1, so you still have to have that. In my opinion, you don't have to. You can crank the volume all the way up, and it's got gain inside of it, but in my opinion, it's a little bit noisy for me. So this actually works really well, and that's what I've been using for a couple of years, and they're great. I got 2 or 3 of them. Really enjoy those. So if you need a little additional power for your SM7B, this is a good deal on those. I think they're a Prime Day deal as well. Looks like they're $118 originally, or $118.99, and now they're $86 for today. So go check that out. But yeah, always got to talk about the Shure SM7B. This thing is awesome. I love it. I've had it for a while. I traveled with it. I threw it in a carry-on bag. It travels well. It's made well. Yeah, and there's some settings on the back and all kinds of fun stuff that comes with it. And a big cushy, foamy thing that I left out of arm's reach. I can't reach it over there, so you can check that out. And we'll keep on moving on. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Another microphone I always mention, which I don't think this is on a Prime Day deal, but you can check it out as well. It's the Shure SM58. Classic vocal microphone. Love this thing. It is XLR only, so you got to have some type of an interface. Always got to mention that thing. If you are singer, vocalist, if I was traveling and doing a podcast on the road and I needed some microphones that can just take a beating and keep going, this is it. This is all I'm taking. Yeah, Monty Weaver, another Amazon creator, another YouTuber, podcaster, says the legendary SM58. You know, some of these things, Monty, you just got to show in the carousel, because when you're showing a Shure products and you're showing a little bit of a lineup of Shure items, you got to talk about them. And this thing is sick. Like, I love it. I will always own one. I've owned one for years and years and will continue to do so. So if you need some of that stuff, there you go. All right, let's jump into another fun thing that Shure sent to me. Really excited about this one. Oh yeah, here you go. I'll show you the box so you can see what I'm talking about. It's the MV88 Plus Video Kit. Now, I'll tell you what I've considered since opening this thing up and trying it. I've considered selling all my gear, okay? I've considered selling my computer, all my cameras, my Rodecaster, all my microphones. I've considered it all just to go and carry this thing around. It's really powerful. It's cool. I don't think I would sell all my gear for this thing, but it is pretty dope. So let me jump over to this camera and probably fix it so we can actually see what's going on. All right, so let me move all this stuff out of my way, and let me roll out the majestic MV88 video kit. So first up, I love it. It comes wrapped up in like all this stuff or this case, so you can wrap it up and carry it around with you. So it comes with the MV88 microphone, which is awesome, with the little wind thing, which works great in the wind. You know what? I might have to find some video on my phone and show you. Comes with a little phone clamp, super awesome. Just an old phone clamp is what it does, but it does have a cold shoe in there, so that thing's pretty dope. All right, let's keep moving on. Microphone clamp, so you can clamp in this little microphone there, and then it also comes with a USB-C to micro cable, and then a USB-C to Lightning for your iPhone or whatnot. And I don't have an iPhone available to show you, but it's basically just plugs right into your iPhone, and then the micro plugs right here. So let's put this thing together and let me show you how it works, because it is awesome. And I used it yesterday actually to shoot some product videos, or maybe 2 days ago, in my garage. And Shure was kind enough to send this to me and go, hey, we want you to, see what you think about it. And I think everyone should own one. That sounds weird, but the versatility, because sometimes, like, as a content creator, you are inspired to do something. Like you're inspired to record a podcast. Maybe you're inspired to go live. Maybe you want to do a live stream on Amazon. You can go live from your phone or on Instagram or wherever. And you're just like, man, I don't want to do that without some kind of quality gear. And this is the quality gear that I recommend anyway, because, like I said, maybe maybe I'm overselling it, but I really do like it a lot. So I love the way it goes together as well. So you can see here, it's just the tripod, the phone holder, and then the mic clamp, and you basically just clamp your little mic in there, and then plug in the cable, and then you can adjust your phone inside the clamp. And then also it has headphone monitoring. And then that same Motive app, that Shure Motive app that I don't know how you pronounce it, Motif, I don't know. Motive, I'm going to say Motive. That same app, you can plug that in to, you can plug this into your computer, you can plug it into your phone, but your phone has that app as well, so you can get in there and make all those adjustments. And the cool thing is when you're on this thing, it has a lot of different audio settings. So you can do like a front on. So if I'm just, like doing a selfie cam with my phone, it's just front on. I can turn the microphone around and do like more of a production style shoot. I can set the phone to something like this right here, where I can say if I want to turn this thing around on this cold shoe, and I wanted to shoot video of a guest, and I wanted to talk with them, and I could pick up audio. I can set it to pick up audio from both sides, all around, just straightforward. A lot of different audio settings for this microphone, and it goes right into your phone. Now, I went live on Instagram with it, worked great, and it was awesome. And I was outside. My neighbor was like mowing his yard, and I was just doing, a selfie shot, and it worked great. So they send this thing over. The app is super powerful. I think that's one thing I really enjoy about Shure products is they like really dive into more than just like, oh, hey, here's a microphone, plug it in, use it, whatever. They dive into the software and really kind of tweak out the software to give you full control as a creator and really go in there because you don't plug it. It's like not like you plug it into your mixing console or your Rodecaster Pro, but you can open up your app and you can go on your app and really mess around with it. So super cool. I actually probably going to do another live stream with this and configure it to hook into my computer and just go right into my software and give you guys a little taste. And I should have done a lot of stuff, okay, to prepare for this live, but it does super great audio. And when I was shooting outside the other day, the wind was blowing, and I actually mentioned it in my live stream, like, oh, the wind's blowing, sorry. But then when I went and listened to the playback, you couldn't hear the wind at all. So it was kind of like, really, guy? Are you losing it over there? There's no wind blowing. So anyway, there you go. That's the MV88 plus the video kit. And this is a cool collaboration between Manfrotto and I think this is called their like little Pixie tripod, I believe. So Shure and Manfrotto came together and got a cool little tripod. It's just a little push button, and then you can move it around. A lot of versatility. And then also, I mean, keep this in mind too. Like, even if you want to put this on your regular tripod, that's another, that's an option. If you want to put this on your regular tripod, if you want to take this microphone off and put it, somewhere else on a different cold shoe or whatever, make it work for you, that is an option. So when you're buying podcast gear, you're buying live stream gear, that's kind of my thought process is like, what else can I use this to do? I know what it's designed to do, but what else can I use it to do? Can I get it to do 2 or 3 things versus one thing? And so, like when I buy all these, you guys could probably see it. Let me jump over here. So I have this boom arm. I have this boom arm. I have another boom arm right here that I'm going to show you in a little bit. And when I buy these things, I never think of them just as microphone holders because I don't need just a microphone holder. But anyway, yeah, I think of them as camera holders, camera mount, whatever else that I need it to do. So, hey, what's up? My guy, James Hicks. Melanie is in the chat. Love seeing your setup, adding to my wait list. So what's up, Melanie? Good to see you. James Hicks, good to see you. Appreciate you all jumping into the chat. And once again, if you're watching somewhere other than Amazon, you should head over to Amazon. It's billythorpe.live. And if you are watching, be sure to unmute and follow me wherever I can do that at. All right. All right, let's move on. I'm gonna get a little drink of water. Talking to yourself for an hour. Well, I'm not talking to myself, but talking by myself, I should say, for a while, gets a little. I'm a little parched, and don't worry, this is a cold beverage, but it's not a alcoholic beverage. Okay, it's just my. What is this? Yeah, it's a little sparkling water. All right, probably should have hit the mute button so you guys didn't hear me slurping, but mute buttons are overrated because I'll forget to unmute it. But real quick, so check this out. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm just going to break this back down because I love it. I love how this thing goes together. It just pops right out. Unscrew this. It's like a little Swiss Army knife, and just pop all this stuff back in here. And you can literally set this up. I think I love the simplicity of just setting it up and it doing its thing, and then I'm done with it. And what I like best about it is the way the tripod also connects to this little pouch. So roll this thing up, flop it over. It's got a special little hole right here or right here, whichever one you want, and just slide this down in there. And there you go. Fits in the palm of your hand. It's a whole video and audio studio right there. I love this thing. I can't say enough about it. All right, let's see what else we got in our carousel. Let's hanging out. Let me know where you're watching from. I mean, we are hanging out on Amazon. It is Prime Day. Anybody find any really super good deals? I'm looking at some in my carousel. This next product is pretty cool. I'm going to show you. Actually, there's it's almost the next two items in the carousel, the Shure Aonic 215 TW2, and then they also have a true wireless, which I'll show you. I get the true wireless secure fit adapter. So if you don't already have earbuds, Shure earbuds, you can check out the 215s, the Aonic 215, and then if you already have, say like the Shure 215s like I do, then you can check out the true wireless secure fit adapter. And this thing is pretty cool. So once again, I'm going to jump back over here and open up the box for you. Always enjoy their packaging, a little quick start guide. Just read the quick start guide, okay? I was struggling trying to figure this out, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, stop being so complicated. Just read the quick start guide. And then it comes in this little pouch, which, they're here, but I put them in the pouch. So this is actually a little charging case, first of all. So these adapters charge, so you can just plug USB-C right there. Here's a little light. You push a little battery light for the indicator. I got 1 bar, so I probably need to charge the case. But really cool. Just open it up, pop these things out, and then the earbud fits right on to there. So let me show you. I'm going to take one. Let's see, what side is this? Left side. So I'm going to take this off. And this is what I love about the Shure 215 Pros. You can pop these little buds off, and you can just replace the wire or whatever that you need to. Now, this pops into here, and now I can run this behind my ear like so. And now I have wireless in-ears, Bluetooth right there. So pretty neat. I was pretty excited to get this adapter. They were kind enough to send it over to me, and I was like, wait a second. I just took my $99 headphones that I bought not too long ago and turned them into another whole use case product. I don't have to carry them around. And those 215 Pros are in the carousel as well. So this is the true wireless adapter. If you don't have the 215s are there, but if you just want the wireless part with the functionality, with the bud, you can just get the Shure Aonic 215s. But the 215 Pros are awesome. Like, they're wired, and I enjoy, wired stuff when I'm in studio. Now, I do enjoy the wireless option, and I was using it last night. I was, it was kind of funny because I was remote producing a show for someone else, and typically I'm stuck here at my desk, and they're shooting different segments or whatever, and normally I'm just hitting record, and I'm like watching, I'm kind of keeping an eye on stuff, but I'm kind of stuck. I'm like hooked up to my headphones. And then last night I'm like, yeah, I'm going to switch over to Bluetooth. I'm still going to listen. I'm still going to watch my monitor, but my monitor's, decent size so I can kind of move around and do some other stuff. So I was really multitasking, but also listening for any, anybody go, hey man, can we do that again or whatever. So this was a really nice touch. So yeah, those are cool. So if you already have the 215s, highly recommend that you get the adapter there, because it's already making my life more convenient. But let's talk about the 215s for just a second. And by the way, these things are like blue. So then you put them back in the case. I'll show you how that works. You put them back in the case, and then they start charging. So you can see the little red light there is the charge indicator. And then when you close it, it's still showing you it's charging. So yeah, I just put those back in there and put all my stuff back, and I try to keep everything in the boxes, But yeah, let's see, what is it? Sweat and water resistant, over the ear, secure fit, which I agree. Up to 35 decibel sound isolation. It says environment mode, 8 hours. So I haven't really used these to the full extent, but I have used the 215 Pros, and I know that these are super comfortable, and I've been using them for a while for podcasting. So let me jump over there and just talk a little bit about it, because they are on a Prime Day deal. They are 29% off, so you can get them for $89. And these things are up to, I believe it's 37 decibels of noise isolation. And when I had a home studio in Puerto Rico where it was loud all the time and everything echoed, concrete walls, the whole thing, I would put these in and get a little just peace and quiet from all the chaos that seemed to be going on. Now, let me show you how these things work. Let me see if this is a better shot. Oh, I'm in my own way. Okay, so let me go back to this shot. Here we go. So these kind of come out, and these are wires right here. So you can just kind of fold these and mold them to your ears. This is a 360 spin on this. So these things spin 360. So it's really easy to get them to adjust. So I kind of just fold them over my ears like this, and then turn them, and I put this down and then just turn it in. And then I can adjust this behind my ears. And if I jump to this back camera, you can see on the back of my neck, this little black piece just slides right up to the back of my head, pulls a little bit of tension so it doesn't pop off. You can run it down your shirt, you can run it to your side, you can run it to an extension cable, you can do all that kind of stuff. And it's like super comfortable. And I will say this, when I first got them, I was a little like, man, I wasn't used to wearing in-ears, first of all. I did have a cheaper pair that were pretty good. But then when I got these, I put them in, and they're kind of like that new ring. You put a new ring on or a necklace, and your body is just not used to it. So you got to kind of get used to it a little bit. But once you do, I love them. I can wear them for hours and hours, and they're pretty awesome. So if you're looking for some good headphones, and I like over the ears, I have some. I got some I could probably show you guys, but I get so sweaty, man. I'm just going to be real with you. I'm just sitting there like, why am I doing that? And when I got these, because I got them when I lived in Puerto Rico, because I had the big ones, and one, I look kind of goofy with them on. I'm not a big fan of them unless I'm listening to music or, want to like really just zone out and not be bothered. So I got these, and they're like keeping me way cooler. I look way cooler, right? Right? Come on, let me know if I look cool in the comments. So anyway, maybe I'm having too much fun here on Amazon Live. Are you guys having fun? Is it Prime Day or what? Let's go. Get that party started. Get that chat fired up. Somebody tell me what's going on. What's your favorite part about Prime Day so far? What deal have you found? What headphones do you use? If you don't use these, I don't know why we're even talking, because you should be using them. They're awesome. I've had them for a while. I think I've had them for over 6 months. And really enjoy them. So they're really good. So you can check those out. And they're on deal right now as well. They're on the Prime Day deal. These are on the Prime Day deal. These adapters right now. You can check those out as well. Man, okay, let's keep on. Let's keep moving with some Shure products. I should have put up a little table. Beside me. That would have been smarter instead of leaning over into the floor. Now, the next pair of headphones I want to talk about are the Shure Aonic Freeze. So these are true wireless as well. These are also a Prime Day deal, so from $179 to $99. And these are very similar to the earbuds style. Now they're a little bit bigger than that, but they really fit down. Make sure I get the right one. Yeah, here we go. So what I do is I put them in like this and then turn them, and then there you go. Super easy to put in, super easy to connect with your phone via Bluetooth. I've been a person who's used, I'll just say, a different brand, a popular brand of headphone that matches all the other products that I own in the tech space as far as my computer and phone. Okay, there you go. Enough hints if you can't figure that out. And these are right there with them. These are quality-wise, music-wise. I really enjoy these. I love the charging case. Just charge this thing up with a USB-C, put them in there, and I can't remember the exact amount of time. Let me see. I can't remember exactly what the charge time is, but it's like ridiculous. Oh yeah, 21 hours. 21 hours of battery life in this case. So it's kind of crazy that you can charge something up and it'll last that long. So those are good if you're looking for wireless headphones. Super easy to customize. Yeah, once again, up to 21 hours of battery life. Now, they do say like, hey, you can put these in your pocket. I'm going to be real with you. You can put them in your pocket, but you might want to put them in your purse. All right. So you could try that out. But yeah, they're a little bit big. They're a little bit big in my opinion. However, they will fit in your pocket. Technically, they're just a little bit big. That's all I'm going to say about that. But check them out. That's my only real critique about these headphones is the size of the case. It's a little bit big. That's all I'm going to say. A little bit big. All right. And by the way, I was talking about the 215 Pros, and I didn't mention this cool case. But if you put your stuff in a case, and then it also comes with just a plethora of earbuds. And I went through a lot of these to try to figure out the sizes of those for these. I forgot to mention that, and I just saw them laying around. They're my daily users, so I'm just using them all the time. All right, so we can check that out. All right, how you guys doing? Good. I'm just hanging out, talking about some products, talking about some Prime Day deals. Shure was kind enough to send us several different products. So we talked about the MV7, which is amazing podcaster's microphone, USB XLR headphones. Did a little test on that. And by the way, if there's any questions that you have, even if you jumped in here a little bit later, I got nothing but time. I'm hanging out. I got a pass from the wife to and the kid to hang out for a while. So they're like, no, go do your thing. Go hang out in the studio. Go on Amazon. It's Prime Day. It's a Super Bowl for Amazon creators. So we're all having a lot of fun. And I see several of creators, several blue checks there in the chat. So appreciate all the support from the crew, from the fam. You guys are awesome. So if you have any questions about any of those or you want to see something, yeah, just let me know. Let me know what's up, and we can do that. Now, I did talk about the Sony ZV-1 earlier today, and this thing is awesome. Now, I got two of them. I'll go to this shot here. I got one here. I got one here. I'd like to have a third one. I know someone was asking about the ZV-E10. I was actually going after the ZV-E10, and they did not have any in stock when I was looking for them. And I talked to somebody that worked at Sony, and they're like, you should check out the ZV-1. If you're gonna do a studio and you're just gonna put it in the studio, it's gonna be like a glorified webcam. You should just check out the ZV-1. And I did. I got one. I liked it so much, I picked up another one. And I've been a Canon guy for a long time. Now I still like Canons. I still like the EOS RP. Great camera, great for photography, but I don't really do photography. I just do live streaming. This is it. This is where these things live and breathe, and I just turn them around at different angles and all that kind of fun stuff. So these things are pretty awesome. Now you can use it for vlogging. It's a little bit tight for a vlogging camera, but if you had like a little adapter or something like that, a little tripod, you could do that. And then in the box, after I beat my microphone up here, in the box you get all the fun paperwork, but then you get one of these wind guards as well, which you can see. This is a little dead cat, I think is what they call it. This looks like a little rabbit foot or something. Maybe I'll just rename it. But anyway, you could pop this off, put it over the microphone on the camera. So let me jump over here. So yeah, basically it would go like this because the microphone is right there. This is a terrible shot. Let me try another shot here so you guys can actually see. just move this little thing up. There we go. Now we're cooking with oil. Just ignore all that over there. That's not supposed to be seen. Just ignore all that. But this goes right here. Just pops right there over top of that microphone. And if I was outside, a lot of wind, noise, all that kind of fun stuff, that's going to deaden that stuff. So that comes with it. I thought that was really cool that they included this with it. It comes with a battery and a USB cable. Really great camera. And I'll tell you why I got these, because there's some people in the chat that were here earlier that all they do is use Sony. So it was this. It was the ability to autofocus that fast is what sold me on these cameras. So if you're doing product play, and also like check this out, like it will keep my face in here and then do what's called like a product. I can't remember what the mode is called, like product mode or something of that nature. And then it'll focus back on my face. My other camera that I had wouldn't do that. It would focus on my retinas, which is super cool when I wanted it to, but then I'd be trying to show product on Amazon like this. Like, okay, hold on a second. Anyway, ZV-1s, they're awesome. They're great. Big stamp, big seal of approval right on top of these, the Sony ZV-1. And also pick up the dummy battery there as well. Talked about that, the DX or DKX1 DC coupler. I know. It has USB streaming. Don't throw rocks at me. It doesn't. You don't technically need it, but I've had both of these camera batteries die when I leave the camera on way too long, even with USB mode and USB streaming mode where it charges and sends a signal. I've had them both die after a couple of hours. So if I'm streaming, or not even streaming, if I'm just working and I just leave them on, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about trying to go back and figure all that stuff out. And also keeping the battery case, you can keep the lid open on the battery compartment and will help keep your camera cooled down as well. But if you need another battery, it's in the carousel. I made that easy for you. Next thing I'll show you here is the ZV-1 camera little base mount, the U-Rig base mount. Now this thing is awesome. I don't know if you can see. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Another camera, and here we go. Oh, you can't, no, you can't see it. Oh, man. Hold on, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it happen. Look at this. This is what live TV is all about, ladies and gentlemen. All right, cool. There we go. So this U-Rig has like 9 different holes where you can put in this mount here or whatever, like your tripod. On the bottom. And let me see if I can jump over here to the web and show you. Let me see if I can. Oh, let's see. That's the wrong one. Let me see if I can get this to work here. Just a second. Yeah, here we go. Is that the one? That is the one. Okay, cool. So here you go. Let me just show you this picture. So there you go. You can see the 9 different things. Also, right beside of that is a let's see if I can get this thing to work. Okay, so not really. Oh boy, let me see. Yeah. Okay, here, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. All right, so here's the little 9 little different camera spots. This right here to the left is the battery compartment. Okay, so that big open area is the battery compartment. And what this adapter does is lifts up the camera off of the tripod so you can leave that battery door open and you can put the dummy battery in there and just let it hang out. So that is why I love this thing. And then also it has a cold shoe all the way here to the right side as well. So you can hook a little lights to it. Like I got a little light here that I can hook into the bottom of it or to the side of it, and you can see if I switch back over here, you can see you can go vertical and hook a mic to one side and hook a light to the other and all kinds of stuff. So that is the U-Rig. That is the little U-Rig, the ZV-1 base mount. That thing is awesome. I mean, it is just a really great. Let me see if I can move this down. Yeah, so you can see if this wasn't there wouldn't be this gap, and so this door would not open. That's how I learned about this. I was trying to figure out a solution for that. So anyway, hopefully that's a little tip for you. If you are, if you're looking for a way to keep that compartment door open. Anyway, you guys get it. I'll talk about the compartment door all day. It was a magic trick. That's the U-Rig base mount for the ZV-1. Once again, there's a battery for the ZV-1 in the carousel if you need it. And once again, I would just get a dummy battery. And I got all kinds of those batteries, but these dummy batteries for in studio, they're great. They're going to last forever. I don't know about the battery itself, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's fake charging. So, all right, let's move on. Let's move on to another one of my favorite products, which I'm not using, is where is it at? The Glide Gear TMP 100. Now, this product is on special from $199 to I believe it's $152 right now, I believe, or it was on special earlier when I was checking this out. Maybe it still is. But the Glide Gear, and I'm not using the Glide Gear right now, and I'm going to tell you why. But I'm going to show you the Glide Gear. Well, I'm going to show you the case, first of all. So, this case, if you buy one of these, if you decide that you want a teleprompter and you get the Glide Gear, keep the case, keep the foam. I traveled with this, and it was awesome. I probably didn't pack it very well. I was moving back from Puerto Rico. I bought it while I was in Puerto Rico, so it shipped there. I put it into my suitcase on top of my Rodecaster Pro, on top of a Case-Matics, which I can show you here in a minute, and this thing survived. I don't know how it did, but it's awesome. And the whole thing is cool. I bought it a while ago. Let me jump over to the listing because it's just going to be easier for you to see how this thing works than me trying to fool around and set it up. But it does fold up into this case, so that's what I wanted to show you. If you're traveling, if you're going to set it up, if you're going to do on the road kind of stuff, client work, maybe you're going to a client's office and you're shooting some video, this is the trick right here. So let's jump over here so I can actually show you what it is and how it works and all that fun stuff. So basically it mounts onto your tripod, then your camera mounts onto it. Hey, there's somebody else going live. What's up? Good to see you. Then your camera mounts onto it, and then the iPad mounts into there as well. It really super awesome. And I have an iPad that I use, and here's the reason why I have not been using the Glide Gear. If anybody has a solution for it, please leave it in the comments, is because the lens on the ZV-1 is not, I don't know if it's not as tall or something, but it gets the end of the tray with the iPad size that I have. So I actually need a new monitor that's probably more like a 8-inch or maybe like a 10-inch. I think I got like the 12-inch iPad or something, or the biggest, whatever the biggest one is they have. That's the one I have, and I can see with this camera, for whatever reason, on 24 millimeters, by the way. Now, before, I was using a camera shooting 35 millimeters, so it was more direct. It wasn't as wide. So with the 24, with this ZV-1, it doesn't do it justice. So I can see the edge of it. Just bugs me. I can't deal with it. So that's why now I'm like wondering eyes all over the place. Like, hey, what's up? It's my friend, whatever. Because I'm not staying super focused. But this will help you focus. If you want more confidence on the camera, this is going to do the trick. And when people think about teleprompters, they think about scrolling words and scripted stuff. That's not what I do at all. Like, I use a teleprompter to do this, to make eye contact. When you make eye contact with people, it just builds value, builds trust. And instead of staring into a lens, you can actually see a monitor. Maybe you have notes on the screen. I use a teleprompter app called Yam Display. It's kind of weird how you buy. Anyway, I won't get into it, but just know you got to buy teleprompter mode if you buy that app, and you might have to make a couple purchases to make all the parts work. It was kind of weird, but it works great. The teleprompter works great. Glide Gear, super easy to zip, unzip, put it together, take it down, all that kind of fun stuff. So if you want confidence on the camera, you want to look into the camera, and you want to look into the eyes of your audience and really build that trust with them virtually, this is the best way to do it. So this is super great. Works with all kinds of sizes. So you can use your phone, you can use your iPad, all that kind of stuff. So it's all metal. It's got glass in there, and the beam splitter glass, which is just amazing, so you can't see it. And I will say, just keep it make sure that they're, let me show you. Here we go. I thought I was on that screen. Sorry. So right here is the, thanks, Capital One. No thanks. So right here is a cover that goes over your lens, and then you want to just tighten it on there and make sure there's no light coming in the back. Because what this thing does is blocks all the light out of the back, so you can't see through the glass and see the lens and everything else. So it looks like you're just, it's not being distracting, and whatever you put on your iPad display or whatnot, however you want to set that up, you can do it. But once again, most people think about a teleprompter in this use case, which is just a teleprompter with words, but I use mine basically as like a secondary monitor. I'd put my show notes on there, questions, all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking at my guests virtually or looking at my audience, and I'm not just staring into, nothing or being distracted by other stuff, which I've, since I haven't used this, I've noticed quite a bit. But I'm going to get a smaller monitor and put it back in my, in my thing there. So, all right, what else we got going on? What else I got in this carousel? I kind of maybe go a little bit all over the place. And by the way, if you're joining me here on Amazon Live, I really appreciate you. If you're watching from somewhere else, feel free to hop over to Amazon. Just go to billythorpe.live, but make sure you unmute and follow if you want to follow the channel. I'll give you a little shout out. So Monty Weaver started following the channel. David Barbecue started following the channel, or Barbecue David. So if that is you and you want to follow the channel, I'll give you a little shout out and maybe even a little bit of an applause. There you go. That's for everybody who, there you go. That's one for Monty and one for Barbecue David. There you go. Thanks for following me. This guy's probably long gone. Monty's probably doing his own stream now. But anyway, you will get an applause if you follow me and I see it pop up on the screen. So appreciate you doing that. All right, let's jump over to, okay, so I put this in the carousel. It's kind of like the Shure SM7B. I can't do a live stream and not talk about the Shure SM7B. And I can't do a live stream and not talk about this Camvit thread adapter. Now, you might just be like, what are you talking about, man? Like, why are you talking about these little thread adapters? It's Amazon. It's Prime Day, man. This is the Super Bowl, and you're talking about some little adapter? Check this thing out. So this thing will adapt a mic stand or a mic holder size down to like a camera adapter. And if you saw earlier, that's how I have this camera mounted, is on one of these things as well. So I want to show you right here because you can probably see it really good. So this is one of those adapters. Now this is a boom arm that I have repurposed with one of these adapters to hold this little webcam. So this is basically what's giving me all this option, all this movement, all these different camera shots, if you will, is that one little adapter. And so I got a handful of them. I put them on everything. They go on mic stands. They go on boom arms. They go on everything. So it's just one of those little tools where you look around and you go, how can I adapt anything like this little light? Guess what? That's the same size adapter right there. You can adapt it, put it on one of these. So I can have a little light there if I needed to. And when you get into all this stuff, you're just all the time, when you get into production, maybe you're shooting product videos, maybe you just need one little extra hair light or whatever, and you can put it on a mic stand and boop, there you go. So anyway, this is one of my favorite little adapters, and it's highlighted in the carousel. I just had to put it in there. Okay, so let's jump over to another product. Now, this product is not necessarily something that I would always talk about, but the guys and gals and people over at Rock Pals sent it over to me, and it is a power station. And at first, I was kind of like, how would I use that power station? Because I do go camping, I do go fishing, on occasion camping, probably more fishing, but I'm not really the person that's out there charging my phone. And then I was actually on Amazon Live, and I was watching somebody, and they had one of these power banks, and they were powering their whole workstation with it. And so I thought, man, that is super cool. So I want to talk about the Rock Pals little power station here real quick. And this thing is awesome. These guys sent it over to me, and it came with 100-watt solar panels as well. But I'll kind of talk about this thing because I think as a content creator, especially if you want to go on the road, if you want to go mobile, if you want to have options, or maybe you're out there and you are a photographer or videographer, whatever the case is, and you need to charge something, this is a solar powered generator. Okay, so you can charge it up a few different ways. So let me go ahead and show it to you first. I'm going to turn it on. You can see there, I've been using it. It came with like 69% battery life. I got it down to 39. I'm trying to get it down to 10, and I'm going to recharge it back up. And a couple cool things here. Let me see if I can. This thing weighs 12 pounds, by the way, so it's not light. It's 12.5 pounds to be exact. So it's not light, but this thing is super cool, and I want to make sure it was a part of the stream. So let's jump over here. Let me fix this camera up real good so we can kind of get into the nitty gritty and check it out. So first of all, let's talk about just all the little power adapters. So this is DC power side. This is AC power side. So on DC power, you can go DC power in. So it actually comes with a wall input there. There we go. It's a barrel style. You just plug it right into your wall, which is super awesome. Then you have the same barrel out. So these are DC 12 volts out. This is another, I can't remember what this is called. Let's see, what is it called? Is it sine wave AC? I can't remember what this is. But anyway, these are little adapters that go to multiple different types of solar panels and all that kind of stuff. Then you have your Marine 12 volt out, your little car cigarette lighter adapter that you can do there. And then, yeah, so that's it. Then you have two 5 volt 3.1 amp USB ports. You have a QC 3.0 USB port. And then this is my favorite part. There we go. I should work out more. You have a USB-C 45 volt. This is PD. So this is like one of the newer ones that's like a super quick charge. So here is the kind of the cool thing about this is you can charge this thing. You can plug it into the wall or a cigarette lighter. It comes with a cigarette lighter for your car, and trickle charge it that way, or you can plug it into the wall, and then also you can take like your iPhone charger, or 25 watt or 45 watt or whatever, and you can plug it in here and like charge this thing even faster that way. So I thought that was pretty cool to dual charge it that way. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So just wanted to share this with you. And then you have 100 watt or 100 volt to 120 volt, 5 watt power there as well. So when you turn this thing on, you plug something in, you can hold the button down and turn on the AC power, turn on the USB power, or turn on the DC power. But yeah, it's just like a little, I mean, it's 500 watts. So I think that's like what, 140,000 milliamps or something, 140. I think it says in the listing somewhere, because I was like blown away. I was like, wait, 140,400 milliamps. So when you think about buying power banks that are 26,000 milliamps or 12,000 or 5,000 or whatever, pretty amazing. So Monty Weaver in the chat says, mine is about to come in handy with storm outside my window. Yeah, man. I've been charging RC cars with mine, and also there's a lamp. So my office only has like 2 outlets. So I've been powering a lamp with it earlier, which I moved it because I knew I was going to have to do the live stream. I've charged my phone with it a little bit. I've done all kinds of stuff with this thing, man. I mean, it has just been a workhorse. So yeah, storm prep, camping, fishing, any of that kind of outdoor stuff, powering your desk. Like I saw a guy, I can't remember his name, and I apologize if he's probably not watching this, but anyway, he was using something similar to this, or maybe it was his brand, and he had his whole desk on casters, and this thing was powering his whole entire desk, which I thought was just like amazing. I was like, dude, that is so cool. My desk is on casters, but anyway, I mean, look at this, guys. Like, really? Like, look at that cable management, or lack thereof. Yeah, whatever. So there you go. That's the Rockpals power adapter. And here is there you go, the portable solar panel, 100 watts, right there. So let me crack this open. I'm just going to crack this open and show you. It's like a little suitcase of solar power madness right here. Just waiting for you to open it up. So this thing opens up, clips open, and just keeps unfolding, and it unfolds quite a bit. And you just hook it in and lay it out in the sun. Make sure it's a good sunny day. I have yet to make a video about this because it's been raining like crazy here, and it's been cloudy, so I haven't made a video about it, but definitely wanted to make sure you guys saw that Rockpals does carry the solar panels as well. So this is the 100 watt. So when you set it outside in the sun, it's 100 watts. Pretty awesome. And I think charge time on these things are like, what was it? Now, I had all this memorized, now I can't remember. It's probably like 6-7 hours, something like that. But yeah, it's I think when you plug it in, 6-7, it's like something like that, like 6-7, 7-8, something. It's not many, about 7 hours or something like that, I believe. So anyway, there you go. That's the Rockpals, baby. And if nothing else, you just get a workout with it because it's pretty heavy. But at 12.5 pounds for all this power, and I think it'll run like a mini fridge. Somebody's telling me they ran a mini fridge with it. And go be a part of their Facebook group too. I joined that because I'm nerding out on this thing. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. All right, let's see what else is in my carousel. So we talked about the Rockpals. I didn't even have it highlighted. There you go. There's the Rockpals highlighted right there. By the way, if you have anything that you have questions about that's in the carousel, let me know. And oh, look at this. Look at this right here. I didn't even see that. The Rockpals 100 watt foldable solar panel is on deal right now. So you might want to go get it. 62% claimed. It's going from $259.99 to $169.99. Pretty dope. Go get you one. Go get you two. Buy your father-in-law one. He wants one. He told me. All right. Anyway, I'll stop with all the shenanigans. Let's see here. What do we got going on? Anybody else in the chat? Yeah. Okay. So Monty's storm. It stinks, man. I heard it kind of doing a little bit of storming outside earlier. Let's see what else we got in the carousel. We get the Elgato Stream Deck. Now this thing has been a game changer. The sparkling water is so good. All right, so let's jump over to, I was looking for the Stream Deck. Let's jump over to this camera, and I will show you the Stream Deck. So this is the 15-key Stream Deck. I have all my scenes set up. So I use a software called Ecamm Live. I can set up different scenes. So if I push the button, it does the stuff, like this. So I can set up that scene. I got this scene going on. If I want to take a little break, I could do a little break scene. If I wanted to finish the stream, I could do the finish of the stream. I can put all kinds of options in here. I have different pages of options. So this comes with, you download the app. Oops, here we go. We don't want to go there. There we go. You download the app on your computer. You put the software on your computer, and you can easily configure your Stream Deck. Now, there's all kinds of stuff you can do with this. I use it for Ecamm Live, but there's like Game Capture, OBS Studio, Soundboard. Stream Deck has their own stuff. Streamlabs, desktop, your system, like your computer system actually has a bunch of stuff. So like hotkeys for websites or open stuff or text something, like quick text or multimedia, all kinds of different things that you can set up these buttons, these hotkeys to do. And one thing that I really enjoy about it is really like the size, the versatility. It doesn't take up a lot of real estate, but it's one of the most pushed things besides my mouse and maybe my keyboard. So maybe the third, maybe it's number 3 in the lineup, but this thing is killer, like especially for live streamers. I was used to hitting hotkeys on my computer, like I was hitting like command and, whatever I had it set up to change scenes. But now I can literally just go in here and push buttons. And so it makes it super easy. And you can set up different profiles in different shows. So every show I have has a different profile in my software, like Ecamm software, then also on my Stream Deck. And this thing is a game changer. I'm telling you, if you don't have a Stream Deck, if you're a live streamer, you're a podcaster, whatever your workflow is, whatever you're doing, I bet you could add this to your workflow and become more efficient within just a few minutes. So go check that out. If you have any questions about it, let me know. And there's, I'm trying to think, India Delgado has a really good tutorial about Stream Deck. But yeah, it's pretty neat, and it's not really hard to set up at all. So go check that out. That's just a little tool. It's not on special or anything. I just wanted to let you guys know about it because I'm telling you about all the fun stuff that I love. And the next thing that I love is the Rode Wireless Go. Now, I put the dual one in here. It looks like it's I don't know if it's not a Prime Day deal, but it's like 15% off or 13% off. And it come in at $224.50. And this is, I got the solo one. I don't have the dual. I always tell people about products that I should have bought. But I do have the solo, and this has been a game changer. And that's why do I always say that? Like, yeah, it's been a game changer, but it really has been for shooting when I'm not in front of this microphone, when this microphone doesn't make sense to be in front of me, when I'm trying to show big bulky products or whatnot. This can easily be connected to my computer, and this is the microphone, so I can clip it onto my shirt. They make a little magnetized thing that you can get and put inside your shirt. Maybe I duct taped it to the inside of my shirt, inside of my chest the other day, trying to test something out with some magnets. But anyway, that's a long story. It didn't work out. Just buy the little $20 adapter with the magnets. But this thing is pretty cool. It connects really easy. So I'll show you how it works. So this is a little power button here, and this is the receiver, and this is the transmitter. So just press and hold, and turn those on. And now you can see that this is jumping when I'm talking into it. Check 1, 2, check. So you can kind of see that's going on there. And the cool thing about it is, I'm going to show you, I can plug this right into my computer, and then it's going to recognize right here. And hopefully this isn't going to be too loud, but I'm going to unmute this. And now I'm going to mute. There you go. Muted the SM7B, and now I've unmuted the Rode Wireless Go. So the cool thing is now I could clip it onto my shirt, and I could walk around, and I could talk, and I could present. I could do all that fun stuff. Now with this particular setup, I don't have this monitored, so I'm going to unmute this, and I'm going to mute this back. But just wanted to show you there, all kinds of versatility. It does have the clamps on it, so you can slide this into a cold shoe that we were talking about earlier, like on top of your camera. You can clip it onto your chest on the outside. You can turn it inside and clip it on your chest. That way, it can go inside of a shirt, like a button-up shirt, which I never wear. So you could do that, and they do have some cool little magnet stuff as well. So anyway, just wanted to show that. I think a lot of people look for good wireless microphones, and sometimes struggle with that. This one has been really good, and I do have like a lapel, that little string microphone that comes out of it and clips on my shirt, but I never use it. Like I think this gets actually better sound quality than that does. And it also comes with one of those little fuzzy things that goes on the top. Where is it? Oh, it's out of hand reach. It's right over there. Anyway, I thought I had it near my desk. But anyhow, so yeah, I would definitely recommend the Rode Wireless Go 2. And especially if you're going to do I would record podcasts or anything on this, actually. And then you can also record right into the device. So you can save files into here and then export those. And there's probably a lot more cool stuff you can do. I just picked these up not too long ago. So I'm still getting used to them. But yeah, definitely recommend those. Wanted to mention those while I was mentioning audio. And, I don't have a lot of wireless devices, but these are good. These are awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and turn those off. Really easy, just long press and turn it off till the blue light goes away. And that's it. And they charge up USB, so you can just charge them. I charge mine through my computer most of the time because I just got them plugged up right here on my desk. So I just, charge them. But the battery life on them is kind of crazy. Like I used them for, I don't even know how long the other day, like several hours, and they didn't even budge. It was crazy the amount of charge. So yeah. Anyway, well, once again, guys, be sure to unfollow, unmute, all that fun stuff if you haven't, and say hello in the chat if you want to. I'm watching the chat, and everybody's just chilling. I mean, I know it's getting late here on the East Coast, about 9 p.m. Still got a few products left in the carousel, I think. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff left. Yeah, baby, let's go. I got a guitar in there. I don't even know why my guitar's in there. But let's go through some of this stuff, why don't we? It'll be kind of fun. I might remove a couple things. Let's jump over to the Rodecaster Pro. This thing has been a workhorse for me. Now, this is not a Prime Day deal, but it is 17% off, and this is the Rodecaster Pro 1. And the reason why this thing is 17% off is because they came out with the new one. They came out with the 2 that just dropped a few weeks ago. Excuse me, I'm taking a little drink here. It just came out a few weeks ago, but I'm still in love with the first one. I just got it back, actually. I didn't. Let me tell you the story. So I traveled to Puerto Rico, and I got down there. I was doing something, and I was like messing with the headphone jacks in the back, and I noticed 3 of the 4 headphone jacks didn't work. And so you can see my Rodecaster Pro right there. So 3 of the 4 in the back did not work. And so I got in touch with Rode. It was going to be really expensive for me to ship it. And I think products are great, but I think the company and the customer service behind it mean, more to me than just like product. And so I called them and they said, hey, it's going to be, you got to ship it here. Here's all the return information for us to work on it. And I was like, man, it's going to cost me a lot of money to ship it. Can I wait till I get back to the States? And they're like, yep, you got the process started. So anytime you want to ship it. So I got back, I shipped it off kind of within the first couple of weeks, and they're real nice about it. I shipped it to them to their center out in California. I didn't hear from them. I didn't even know if they got it. I didn't check the tracking or anything. And then I reached out to them. I was like, hey, I'm just be sure you guys got that package. And they're like, oh yeah, don't worry. It's we got it and it's on its way back to you. And so I'm like, cool, this is awesome. So I was so excited. I opened the box just moments before I started live streaming, probably like 30 minutes before, just 5 moments before, but moments before I got here to the studio, and it was a brand new Rodecaster, brand spanking new Rodecaster 1 right here. You can still see the little warning, QA pass. I think it's just warning you about cranking those headphones up too loud. And this thing has been a workhorse. I mean, this is a brand new one right out of the box. They sent it right to me. And so I hooked it up. There is a way to save your settings in sound, like in effects on the actual Rode software that you can put on your computer, like the Rodecaster Pro software. But I haven't messed with it. I haven't used it. And this is basically just the effects that you use. But if you've never used a Rodecaster, I'm not going to do like a full tutorial. But just for a sample, like this is channel 1. Well, obviously channel 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these are all mic channels, a USB channel, a TRRS to TRRS channel, and a Bluetooth channel, which I still stand by. Bluetooth is worthless. Maybe outgoing audio to a Bluetooth speaker sounds better, but I never use this for like phone calls or anything. And then all the way over here, this is all your sound effects. And you can program these. There's like literally banks and banks and banks. Once you fill up this bank, you can do another bank of sound effects. Now, if I had all my presets saved, I got tons of sound effects that I can just fire off at any moment, but these are all the ones that came with it, which are pretty fun. So, whatever. So there you go, and that's how you control the sound effects there. If you come back to the main board. Now, I got some settings I changed that are a little different. So this is called like a broadcast meter that you got to turn this on. But if I come in here to channel 1 and I go like to microphone, if I have like a Rode Pod mic or any of the Rode products, the Procaster, the Broadcaster, the NT1, the NT1A, the EVR20, or I can choose dynamic or condenser microphone. And those are all just kind of preset settings that they set up to say, hey, we think this will basically like get you started or sound pretty good. Because this is really designed, it's kind of funny because I think beginners could easily use this, but then also people who really know what they're doing with audio can also really use this. Then you have your gain levels here, so you can go in there and change that. You'll see this little red thing toggled on. It's phantom power because I'm using the FET head for the SM7B. You can go to audio processing, and I have this turned on so I can go in and like high pass, noise gate, de-esser, compressor, apex, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, you can really dive into it, or you can use it in its basic mode. I'm not going to mess with it too much because I am using it right now, so I don't want to mess with it. But you can record right to the device. So here's a big record button. It's blue right now because I don't have a memory card in it, but in the back of this thing is a micro SD card slot, so you can put that in there. There's headphone outs. There's 4 headphone outs in the back. There's one headphone out up here, which is like the producer headphone out, which is a 3.5 millimeter. Now, all the ones in the back, the 4 in the back, are 1/4 inch, so you can put those out there. USB-C to USB-A on your computer. There's a little power button, the little red one. You can't really see it back there, but there's a little power button on the end. And then what I love about this device is the power cable actually screws on. And then you can also get a little adapter that goes from that power cable to a USB, and you can charge it with a power bank or whatever and run it that way. Or you can get the Rockpals Rock Power 500 that's in the carousel and hook that bad boy up to there and go do whatever you need to do. So pretty cool. And yeah, TRRS for your phone, all that kind of stuff. And I use this thing for live streaming, podcasting, recording videos, obviously, all kinds of stuff. Now this is, on sale. It's a good deal. For the price, and I think if you've never used something like this before, if you've never used the Rodecaster at all, I would totally do the Rodecaster 1, and then if you saw something in the Rodecaster 2 that you wanted, but if you're yeah, I mean, you don't even have to be beginner. I wouldn't say. This is way, could be way beyond beginner style. So anyway, there's the Rodecaster Pro 1. Super love this device. I've used it for a long time. So yeah, there you go. I got a chat coming in from somewhere. Hey, what's up? Haley Elizabeth Dotson. Hey, Billy Thorpe Dillon says, hey, too. What's going on? Hey, what's going on, Maria? Good to see you. Thanks for jumping on, joining. If you guys want to join over on Amazon.com, go to Amazon.com/live. Don't do that. Go to BillyThorpe.live. It'll take you right to my page, and you can see all the products over there in the carousel. And wow, dude, I've been talking for an hour and 25 minutes. This is crazy. It's been fun though. I should just chill out, maybe play a little tunes, maybe I'll play some music and hang out for a second and drink something. There we go. And I'm gonna drink a little water here. All right, enough of that. Let's fade it out. Here we go. All right, so there's the Rodecaster Pro. That thing is awesome. And let's see what else is in my little carousel. Oh, okay, cool. I'll talk about this for a second. If you're going to spend $500, $489 on a device, make sure you get a case to carry it in. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I traveled with this one. This is the, I think this is the Casematics. Let me look at what it's called here. I want to make sure I get it right. So this is the Casematics, and this thing, it already comes like cut out and everything for the Rodecaster Pro. So you can see there. Oh, there's that little adapter I was talking about. But anyway, this thing already comes cut out for the Rodecaster Pro. It fits right in there. I put a bunch of stuff in this little thing. I put the FET head. I put mic cable. I put the chargers. I put the USB cable. I put everything in here, and then. Even like the SM58 I showed you guys earlier, I put that thing in there just because I can have an extra microphone if I need it. And then you clip it up. And I put this thing in a suitcase, flew it up to Puerto Rico, flew it back. The Rodecaster Pro didn't get smashed, but maybe that was a problem that caused with the headphones. I'm not really sure. But once again, Rode took care of me, so I appreciate those guys. All right, so anyway, there you go. There's the case for that thing. Rode PodMic. Let's talk about that for a second. As I mentioned, the Rode products and all that kind of fun stuff. Rode does have a cool PodMic. I got a couple of these. I had a little podcast studio. It's XLR. This thing weighs like 2 pounds or something crazy. It's pretty hefty duty. You can definitely check that thing out. Sounds really good. I would get one of these foam covers for it as well, and just put that on there and get a really good quality sound. I would do some audio checks. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to go live again. I'm going to talk about some of the same products tomorrow. Maybe add a couple new ones, swap them out. Maybe I'll talk about this tomorrow, and we'll see. But the Rode PodMic, for the price, once again, I don't think it's on a special or anything. I just want to mention it because I had it and got it sitting around. And I definitely recommend these. Really good microphones. If you're going to get a boom arm, though, make sure you get a good one because these things are heavy. All right, what else we got going on? We got a drone in the carousel. Now, this thing is a little, I think it's 10% off. This is the Holystone drone. I don't know where I put it. Oh, hold on. My room basically, or my office, my studio space here, whatever you call it, basically looks like an Amazon cart exploded in here from the last 2 years of my life. But Holystone actually sent me this drone, and I'm going to be 100% transparent to say I have not flown it yet. I tried to fly it the other day in my office, which is not a great idea. But I know a lot of other creators who have this. They sent it to me. It is a good deal. So if you're in, and I believe this is more of a beginner style drone. I don't think that, if you're really serious about droning around and getting photos and videos and pictures, I don't think this is like a super high quality, like serious, like this is the real, but I think for the price point, from my research on it and all that, it's really good. So I'm going to do a shoppable video about it, but I've been into some RC stuff the last few days, or last week or two, really, and I just didn't get a chance, but I wanted to share it because it is on a special price, and so go check that out. I know a lot of people who've used this and who love it, and I have not gotten a chance to make it fly yet, but once I do, I'll have a shoppable video about it. So that's coming down. However, this next car right here, this next one, the DRC brushless, the 302E, this thing has gotten some damage. This thing has gotten some, this thing is fast, okay? That's all I'm going to say. This thing is fast. I think it's, I'm going to say it wrong if I don't read it. Yeah, 35 miles per hour, this thing will go, and my 3-year-old and I have beat this thing up. I mean, this has actually become like a everyday for the last week that we've owned this, and these guys, DRC, sent this to me, and this thing has just become a workhorse. It's a good babysitter. It's a brushless motor. It goes like 35 miles an hour. It's insane. If I go live tomorrow again, I will share some video with you because we've jumped this thing, we've flipped it, we've beat it up. It comes with this cover. It comes with a clear cover that you can kind of paint and do your own thing. It comes with extra little clips because we've broken a couple off already. It's all like, look at these shocks. Look at this stuff. Just crazy amounts of fun. I mean, we've wrecked it into everything. Oh, actually, hold on. I had a red-tailed hawk. This is a true story. This just happened the other day. I don't think it's still on my Instagram. But there was a red-tailed hawk at the park. I'm flying by, like, I'm just going for it. This red-tailed hawk just swoops down and takes a swipe at him. Like a couple of times, just taking a swipe at him. I guess he thought it was like a rabbit. I'm like, dude, when have you ever seen a rabbit run that fast, bro? Like, get out of here. And my 3-year-old was just like, no, don't take our car. And that person's just like checking it out, looking at it. And I'm like, yeah, he's going to eat it. He's going to eat that car. Super, super fast. I'm actually, you know what? I'm just going to turn it on. I just gotta at least like, you know, it's like your friend doesn't get a car and be like, hey, just check it out. No, he gets in it, he revs it up, shows you what it's made of. I can't really show you what it's made of in this office because I will start destroying everything here. But yeah, let me put this on. So I'm just plugging in the battery. And I'm going to push this power button right here. Oh yeah, that's the click right there. Now I got to be careful. I'm going to turn this remote on. And then it just does its thing. And now watch this. Oh yeah. This thing is just screaming. Oh, it's just throwing dirt everywhere. Watch this. It's just throwing dirt all over my stuff. Not very smart of me right now, but this thing is super great. I'm gonna power it off and turn it off because I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna do something I shouldn't do and rev this thing up or whatever. This thing is awesome. All right, so if you're looking for a brushless, or if you're looking for an RC car that will absolutely just, I mean, I'm talking run. And this thing is high capacity batteries, and it comes with 2 of them. So it'll actually, you can just keep them charged, obviously. I think we've probably gotten, I don't know what they advertise it. I don't know how long they advertise it, but we've gotten definitely a solid hour out of each battery, out of each charge. And like I said, we're playing with this thing every single day, full speed, no holes barred, just going for it, jumping it, ramping it off stuff, wrecking it into poles and burnouts and sand. And where we live is near the coast, so it's all sandy and it's, you know, all that kind of stuff, and fire ants. So sandy fire ants have gotten it. Fire ants can't kill it, nothing will. There you go, a new sales pitch for those guys. All right, and literally just throw that thing around. My 3-year-old throws it around, but it's awesome, man. That thing is awesome. If you're looking for an RC car, it's awesome. And the controller is not bad. I mean, it is pretty plasticky feeling. You know, I've driven some really nice RC cars. Had a friend that owned an RC car shop once, but this isn't bad. And it's, you know, it does what it needs to do. And then you have like this is pretty good for if you have a 3-year-old like me. You got to turn the speed all the way down. And then here's your trim, your trim left and right. So I turn it all the way up and gas it. But anyway, a lot of fun. Lots and lots of fun. All right, I'm looking at my pile here to see what else I got going on. Christina, what's up, Christina? Christina, yay! Christina followed me. Let me see. Do I have a different sound effect? Do I have a party horn? Yeah. That work? Let's see. Yeah, okay. Maybe the clapping was a little better. Christina followed us. Way to go, Christina. High five, long distance or short distance, wherever you're at. Virtually high five. Okay, let's see what else we got going on in this box of goodies. Okay, so the carousel, there is a newer light in there. So that's $139. Now it's $111.20. It's 20% off. Go check that out in the carousel. And I got one here. I mean, I can't even show it to you really because there's no way to show it to you, but I will try. Let me see. Yeah. Exactly what I thought. Not going to work. But anyway, so you can check that out in the carousel. If you're looking for a light, this is a great light. I'm trying to find the remote for it. Oh, here you go. Here's the remote. And I can turn it down so you see the light going down. And this is a big soft box, so that's where you're getting all this really soft lighting. And if I didn't have like a key light, I could just have this one light, and I could have like this really I don't know, what do you call it? Like a real cinematic look, cinematic effect. So when you're lighting stuff, maybe I get in light some other time, but go 45 degrees from you, go as high as you can, point down like the sun. You don't want it just blasting your face. That looks weird, and that's not where sunlight comes from. That's not where natural light comes from. Any light in the world comes from, so it just looks weird. So anyway, if you're looking for a light for your studio, there you go. The next thing up is the Godix Softbox, the 95 centimeter. And this has the honeycomb shield on it, or the honeycomb adapter. This thing is cool because with the honeycomb grid, you're gonna get real focused light. Now, I don't have that. I don't have the honeycomb one. I have the regular one, and it's just all the light just kind of splashes out everywhere. But with the honeycomb, it's really gonna use those little square boxes to really push the light where you want it to go, but yet keep it that real soft feel as well. So go check that out if you're looking for lights, the little combination. And I'm just gonna blast through some lights here. Here's the Hiki LED floodlights. Let me just click on the link and show you, because they're in my floor right now. So here they are, and I have them with this remote right here, the same remote you see there, and I'm able to change up the splash on my wall here. Oh, that's actually controlling a different light as well. It's kind of funny. A different light that I have. So anyway, there you go, and you can mix the colors. You can do any of that kind of stuff. Let me turn this one off. Somehow this controller controlled a different light. I don't know, maybe it was the same brand. I haven't paid attention. So anyway, you can go back here and change all these colors. You can set up custom ones. So if you see the little person 1, 2 there, you can set up those custom. You can mix all these colors. You can just turn on a big bright light back there, whatever you want to do. So a lot of different options. I have 2 of these, one on each side. This is like a 13-foot wall. These are indoor-outdoor lights. 120 different colors, 4,000 lumens. I mean, they really do the trick. And I got a 2-pack of them here as well. And I think they're not on Prime deal, but they are a little discounted. So you can get a little discount. If you want to know how I did this, I found a blank wall, 2 of those floodlights, done. And there you go. That's those. And we'll jump over to another little light that I love, which is this bad boy. This is a little newer RGB 61 and 5-volt 1 amp. This thing is awesome. Now it's not just that color light, but you have right on the back there, you have the percentage of the light. So I can bring this down to a less percentage. You have a mode switch right here. So this is just mode. So HSI, FX, and then just regular light. So HSI is hue, saturation, something else, I forgot. But anyway, you can see the color of the light actually changing as the, oh, hold on, no you can't, because here we go. Well, let me see, hold on. Good presentation there, Bill. Okay, sorry. All right, so when you have it selected, you push the power button, but you don't hold it, and it will change that little arrow to like the 100%. So this is the percentage brightness, and then the H is hue. So I can change that. There you go. Now you can see that changing, and then saturation. I can change that. There you go. So anyway, you can well, hold on. And this is saturation, sorry. So you can see saturation. So if I take it down, you know, it's less saturated. There you go. All right, so anyway, then you have, so that's HSI mode, hue, saturation, intensity, I guess. Let's see. Okay, then you hit mode again, and this is effects. So you have like a candle. So it looks like maybe it looks like a candle. Maybe that looks like a candle. No, I don't know. Let's see what else we got. A party. Does that look like a party? That looks like a party. I'll take it. I'll take a party out of that. Let's see what else we got. We got fault bulb. Oh, faulty bulb. Okay, pulsing. So you got a little pulsing light. Strobe light. I don't know if I can do that. Okay, strobe again with colors. Paparazzi. Emergency. High, low beam. Red flash. Green flash. Blue flash. You guys get it. There's a lot of different options here. This is actually a really neat light just to have if I'm doing product, if I need, you know, a little extra light on my desk. So let me jump over here and show you. So if I'm like trying to show you this remote, and then I'm like, man, I just want that to be a little bit brighter. Maybe I could jump over here to to this, and I can set it off the side of my desk, or or back here or whatever, and maybe show it to you. This is kind of a bad example, but you get what I'm saying. It's a nice little light to have, a nice little hair light. It does run USB-C. So I have a really long USB-C cable that I actually plug into this, plug into the wall, and then I just like mount it up somewhere, wherever I need it to. So if I need a little background light or something, or if I want to mix it in with one of these bigger lights, or if I got like a shelf or something I want to put it on, you can put it on top of your camera and point it at you. A lot of different ways to use it. So that's one of my favorite lights. All right, let's just kind of move through some of the stuff. I'm going to be done here in a few minutes. I've been talking for almost 2 hours, which has been crazy. And if you're joining me anywhere but on Amazon, head over to billythorpe.live and you can see everything I've been talking about in the carousel. If you're interested in anything, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me there in the comments, and I will try to answer them for you. Real quick, the 2021 MacBook Pro, Apple MacBook Pro, I use the 2020 version, the M1. Super, super fast for live streaming. I've had it for obviously 2 years now, and this thing cranks, man. I love it. I've had the fan come on one time. It all worked well. Maybe after I just blew dirt all in it from my RC car. I hope it doesn't give me any problems, but just want to put that in the carousel. There's a little 10% off deal going on, so check that out. Now let's talk about a few little interfaces real quick. The Tascam Mini. The Tascam US Mini 42 Creator, or Mini Studio Creator. I bought this when I sent off the Rodecaster Pro for repair. And I want to talk about this because this thing is really awesome, and it has really awesome software. I try to keep everything in the box here. But it has really amazing software on it that you can do all kinds of voice modulating, all that kind of stuff. Now, this is only, let's see, hold on. Not that. Here we go. Let me adjust this camera a little bit so we can see it. So it's pretty small. So it's a little 2-channel unit, but you plug it in. It's like a little interface, comes with its own software. Some of the best preamps I've ever heard for headphone preamps. So if you're a gamer, you got a little gamer headset, you can plug it in, auxiliary. It's got loop back on and off, little headphones. Super little 2-channel deals. Got some indicators here, level indicators. Phantom power plus 48 volt mic or instrument cable. So I love the dual jacks. That's one thing the Rodecaster 1 does not have, is these dual jacks. I love them. Reverb, and you can do sound effects, sound pads, effects. And then this on and off is kind of like an overall mute. So if you don't pay attention, you can mute yourself. I've done that plenty of times. Then turn it back, line out left and right, power on and off, USB 2.0, and then a standalone 5-volt power supply right there for a little micro USB. So I wanted to share this thing. I think for a lot of creators, this can get a really good quality audio, and you can have a lot of fun with it as well, because it does do like sound effects and all that kind of stuff, like voice modulation stuff. Pretty cool. I picked it up for fun because I didn't have my other device I'm about to show you, the PodTrack P4. But super fun if you're in the live streaming or whatever. Check that out. I'm going to put this back in because if I don't, I won't, and it'll be all over my office. So that's how you put it back in the box, in case you guys didn't know. There you go. Now, don't say it. Oh, you know what? Come on now. Get it in there. All right. Next thing I'm going to show you is the PodTrack P4. Sure, here we go. PodTrack P4, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Fits in the palm of your hand. Basically, I have a regular size hand. There you go. Fits in there. This thing is a workhorse. I just took it off my desk to put the PodTrack, or put the Rodecaster back up here. I will always have this device, I hope. I hope I always have it. It's super great. I'm going to go through it, rule it really, really fast. So you can go 4 microphones, XLR, then jump over here. There's 4 different volume controls. And then every channel, as you can see it, let's see if you can see it this way better. Every channel has regular mic, so dynamic mic, or phantom power, 48 volt if you need it. Every one of them has it, but then channel 3 has 3 little things. That is a phone icon because you can plug a TRRS cable right there. There's the power button while I'm over here. And this is a little Bluetooth adapter you can buy for them as well. And then your channel 4 is USB. Now, 4 different mute buttons, 4 different sound pads, sound pad levels here. If you have the device on, which, do I have batteries in this thing? No, I should have batteries. Once again, I should do a lot of stuff, but I don't. So menu button, your little up and down, enter, and these are also record, pause, play. And one thing about this, and this is also true for the Rodecaster Pro, if you get these devices, make sure you go into the internals and turn on USB mix minus. You're going to want that. Otherwise, you're going to get some loop back from your guest or yourself, and you don't want that. Then 4 3.5 millimeter headphone jacks right there. Super awesome. I love that they have different headphone jacks because some of these devices that are really small like this only have like one headphone out, and then you got to get a splitter, and then it's like you're too loud, but I'm not loud enough, and then you're like trying to mix for 5 different people on one thing or 4 different people or whatever. So flip over here, full size SD card. Love this, man. The Rodecaster Pro does not have that. I don't know why they did a micro, but I love the full size. And then you can power this thing 4 different ways. 5-volt DC right there, plug it into the wall. Your USB that you run to your computer will actually power it. I still would recommend probably, and I didn't do this, I powered it from USB ever since I've had it, but I would probably recommend powering it from here just so you don't put that wear and tear on your computer. You can also, for this 5-volt DC, plug this into a power bank. So if you have a power bank, you can plug it in there. Or if you got the Rockpals Rock Power 500 watt that's in the carousel, you can do that as well. And then also AA batteries. So I think how it works is if I had AA batteries in here and a power bank, I believe power bank takes priority. It goes to the end of the power bank, then clicks over to the batteries seamlessly, so you don't have to worry about. But however, if you are recording that much, then you're just recording a lot. Because I think if I have my power bank fully charged, it's like 24 hours or something crazy. So yeah, it's pretty wild. So once again, guys, let me know where you're watching from in the chat. Say hello if you want to. Follow me. If you follow me, you're gonna get one of those and a little shout out. So appreciate everyone doing that. And I've just been hanging out, been talking about all kinds of different products and devices. Been here for nearly 2 hours, been having a lot of fun. Let's see what else is in the carousel here. The next thing up, oops, I forgot to highlight the PodTrack P4. If you're interested in the PodTrack P4, it's highlighted right now. I'll highlight it for a few more seconds as I'm digging out my next item. Billy, thank you. Such great reviews. I'm really enjoy watching. Hey, thanks, Barbecue David. Man, you've been here since the beginning, so Barbecue David gets another shout out. Thanks, man. I mean, that means a lot. You know, I think Amazon today and tomorrow are a really busy place. So since you are hanging out, I really appreciate that. And glad you're enjoying it. And this is all from like personal perspective, personal use case. I'm not like a guru of any type. I'm just like to nerd out on some of the stuff, to be honest with you. Let's see, this next product is actually really surprised me. And let me dig it out here. This next product is the ZillSound S28. Now this is on special, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it up here. It's normally $69.99. It's $55.99. I just did a review video on this. It's on my little main channel here on Amazon that you can check out and see like the full review. But I'm pretty impressed. This is like a little DJ mixing console. It is a budget-friendly thing, but you can do like. Let me just pull it out of the box. Let me just show you. I thought I was gonna explain it to you, and here I am. I can't just do that. I just gotta pull it out of the box. Whatever. Here we go. It doesn't matter. Let's just do it. Let's go. Where am I at here? Let's go to this shot. Okay. So here's a little manual. Here's this little thing. It comes with a shock mount and a microphone, which is crazy, crazy cool. So this is the little device. So this thing is powered on. You just long press it. It's battery powered, so you can you can charge it and then you can power it on. and you can plug in either a XLR or a 1/4 inch into these. It's USB right to your phone. There's a little microphone that it comes with. It comes with this adapter, a little XLR to 3.5 millimeter for the microphone, which I thought was pretty cool. It comes with a USB cable, USB A to A, and I think USB A to C to charge it with. But this thing is pretty interesting. So it's like as a podcast setting, then a KTV game studio, and it has 4 different sound effects. So it's like laugh, cheer, drum, side chain, 4 to 8 volt, phantom power, voice priority. So if I'm playing music into the auxiliary port, I can hold or hit voice priority, and it'll give my voice priority. It'll bring down the music, then the mute button, and then the Bluetooth. So that's what's. I want to say hello to Gabe over in YouTube world. What's up, man? Good to see you. And by the way, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch or somewhere else, feel free to come over to billythorpe.live and check out Amazon, because that's where we're hanging out. We're having a lot of fun. And I've been talking about a ton of different products, so it's been good. But anyway, this thing is surprisingly good. It's got some reverb settings, some gender bends, which is what they call it, which is just where your voice modulation stuff. So really cool. Like I said, I did a little review video on it. Auxiliary in and out. I was really shocked by the quality of the microphone, and how well it did. So if you're a starter podcaster and you're like, I don't know where I'm going with this, I'm not 100% sure, I would 100% recommend this product, and go check out the audio quality in that video that I created, because I think you'll be shocked. I was shocked, actually, because to be honest, the headphone out didn't sound as good as the microphone did. So I'll say that my headphone out on there did not sound as good as. So I thought, oh, this is not going to be good, and then it was like really good. So anyway, if you're looking for a little budget-friendly podcast setup or live stream, or they call it a little DJ mixer, there you go. There's the Z28 by Zeal Sound. Definitely recommend that thing. All right, what else we got going on? I already talked about this. So if you guys didn't check this out, the MB88 video kit, you should go rewatch this video later and check that thing out. I just picked up the box, so I thought I'd talk about it. Let's see what else we got going on here. Okay, one more product, one more microphone. We'll talk about. This is the Fifine. Oh, here we go. This is the Fifine K658 microphone. Once again, I did a review video about this, and once again, I was pretty shocked by the audio quality. This is a USB microphone. Let's see. Let me make sure this is the USB one. They sent me a couple of them, so I just want to make sure. Let's see. Yeah. So it's USB. All right, and it's got the little headphone port as well. Similar, very similar to the SM7B as far as looks. However, it does have this where you can power it on. You can turn this thing on. That's where your gain is right there. That type of stuff. So it comes with its own little shock mount as well. How about I do this so you guys can see it? It comes with its own little shock mount, some cables, a nice little tripod stand. This thing is actually heavy duty. So go check that out. If you haven't checked out those products, like I said, if you're looking for something budget friendly, or maybe there's a friend of yours that wants to get into podcasting or live streaming, you want to give it away as a gift, totally would recommend this microphone, because I think it's pretty good for the price point, for streaming, gaming, recording, all that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, it's a good one. So I want to add that one in the care, so I'll make sure I got it. Appreciate those guys sending it to me as well. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, yeah, I forgot all about these. All right, so let's talk about these green screens for 1 second here. I can't, no, you can't see them from here. Okay, so I have an Elgato green screen, and I've had it for a long time, and I've used it for a long time, so I'll show it to you. Here we go. We'll jump over here. I'll show this to you. This is on 19% off right now. It's typically $159. It's $129. So let's see how big this is. So 58 inches, collapsible, 58 by 70 inches. Weighs about 25 pounds. So I have that one. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. let me just see if I can do this. Let's see what it looks like. Here we go. Okay, cool. He can kind of see it. So it's there in the back. So let's see. Let me get me out of the way. Get out of the way here, Mr. Bill. Get out of here. All right, cool. So this is that one right there in the back is the Elgato green screen. Then right beside of it in the carousel, I have the wide raw bay. So I'll show you. I don't know if I could show. Let me see if I can show you. Let me see if I can get a shot in here to show you. I should have got my. Oh, I'm gonna rip my headphones out. Okay, hold on one second. I'm gonna put them up here. Oh yeah. So this is the Elgato. I'm trying to figure out how I can show this to you. Let me see if you can kind of see that one, that width of that one. All right, so this is the Elgato green screen. Now I'm going to show you the raw bay green screen. Now this one is like, you can't see it really, but this one is like super wide. I don't have the placement super great on it. But these guys were kind enough to send this out to me. So really appreciate the people over at Raw Bay for sending this out. Because I do a show twice a week that is that I have a green screen on that I wanted to do a green screen. So I was actually shopping for a green screen, and I reached out to them and said, hey, can you guys tell me if this is going to be better than what I currently have or whatnot? And they're like, yeah, it should work, for sure, whatever. You can check that out. And so anyway, we get to talking, and this got some shadow. So if you see over here, there's some shadows. So the thing about a green screen is you really got to light it really well. And let me just change some of this stuff. Hold on one second. All right, cool. So you got to light it. You got to light the green screen and then light yourself. So make sure that your green screen is well lit. And now I have a software that will let me blur the background, change the background, all that stuff. So anyway, I do a show with green screen because I think it's pretty funny. I've never been a huge fan of green screen, but now that I have one, I got two. So I got a small one and I got a big one, and so anyway, you can see the Elgato there in the carousel. Now you can see the Raw Bay in the carousel as well. Now the Raw Bay, I think for the price point is like. I think it's on special. Is it on special? It's showing in the carousel being $179.99 on a Prime Day deal. I don't know if when I click on it, it's not loading that. But anyway, it's showing it in the carousel, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on with it. But anyway, check that thing out. That thing is huge, man. It is huge, and so. I just literally carried it in here. I literally was like shooting video in the car of like me taking out the box and all that kind of stuff. So I love it. It's retractable, so you can bring it up and you can push it down. Really super, super simple. And the legs like fold in. So if I go over here to, let me pull this up. So if I go over here, like you can see these legs right here actually fold in. To line up with the underneath. And then there's a little gap right there, and I thought it was broken, but that's actually for stability purposes because it's such a wide screen. It needs a little help. So anyway, 78 inches, 78.1 inches. This thing is crazy big. What is that? Where's my calculator? I can't do math. What is 78 divided by, actually, let's do 78.7 divided by what, 12? So 6.5 feet. 6.5 feet by 74.8. So 6.5 feet by 6.2 feet. Just super, super great. So you guys can see in the little corner shot here of me, if I turn on my green screen on my camera, I can do green screen on every scene. So there you go. If you have a software that'll chroma key stuff out, you can literally change your background to anything that you want to. The little pine trees going, and this software has some different options for me. But green screen's a little bit tricky, but once you get it, it's kind of fun. I mean, it is a little cheesy at times, but it is kind of fun. So anyway, that's part of my fun in creating. And here's my other my background for my regular show, which I don't know why it's that big. It's not normally that big, but anyhow, you can check it out there and see what you think. All right, let's see. David, Barbecue David says, I clicked on a few items on Amazon tonight, and it took forever to load. There are millions of people online. That's why the servers are overloaded. I 100% agree, man. I think you're 100% right. They are booming. This is like the Super Bowl for Amazon, Super Bowl for creators on this platform. So yeah, it's a lot going on for sure. All right, I think I'm gonna keep the green screen for the rest of the show. What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna keep it. Been talking for a while, man, over 2 hours. A couple more Prime Day deals there. We get the InnoGear stand actually this thing I'm using right here. So let's just jump over there and show it to you. Now, I don't think I get the one with all the attachments here. Oh, wait a second. It comes with the little attachments that I was talking about earlier. That's pretty cool. So yeah, this microphone stand is all like spring loaded. There's no real like movement adjustments or anything. It's just let's see if I can find a different shot. Oh yeah, okay. Well, you can kind of see it, but kind of not. Oh, maybe this shot. Here you go. There you go. I got it in a different base than it came with because I was too lazy to switch it out. So I had a different one, but I wanted to show this one. And I've had this for a long time. I've used this with the pod mics, and they are do a great job. The pod mics are 2 pounds, so it works with those. So yeah, check those out if you haven't already. If you need a good boom arm, that's a good cheaper, budget friendly. What is it? It's on special for $38 right now, so $38.39. So yeah, you can definitely check that out. I think it's good bang for the buck. Good bang for the buck there. So that's in the carousel as well. Next up, I get the mounted adjustable. Let me see if I can do this and keep this up here. Here we go. This looks so funny in front of green screen. But the mounted adjustable boom arm. I'm actually using the base for this other one because I normally use this one at my desk, but really easy to use, and it has these nice little clips here to clip in your XLR cable. So that was pretty fun, but not on special or anything, I don't think. But I just want to throw it in there because I use it on a daily basis. And well, there it went. And so anyway, I wanted to show that to you. Let me close some windows here and see what else we got going on. We've covered a lot of product tonight. I didn't think it was going to take me that long to do 40 products because that's the max. That's the max. Let's talk about some mounting stuff really quickly. I'll kind of blitz through this. We'll go to the Manfrotto Auto Pole. And let me see if I can. So if you, actually right here, so right there, if you see the laptop on this table right here, this metal pole right there is a Manfrotto Auto Pole. Now, I'm in a warehouse style building, so that pole is on top of this desk, which I maybe wouldn't recommend, and it extends all the way up to the rafters. And then I have it, it's basically like a giant tension pole that you can, like a giant shower curtain rod that you pull out and you lock it into place. So you can lock it into place. And I've had these before where they went across the room and then I hung lights on them, or I've done this where it's vertical. I think it's technically supposed to be vertical, and there's some other adapters that you can put into place. But then what I use those Manfrotto clamps. Let me see if I can show you here how I do it. So those Manfrotto clamps right there is what I clamp onto. Like, that's a power pole right there behind that lamp. You can't see it. It's in the corner. I'm not using it just ignore all this junk, okay? But anyway, that's what I'm doing with that Manfrotto pole. Is I got it up there, and I got my light attached to it, and I can attach a camera to it. I can attach another light to it. You can attach a lot of stuff. So if you have a room and you want to do like multi-camera shots, or you want to do like lights and cameras, but you don't want all these tripods where you can trip over them, grab a couple of these things, extend them up floor to ceiling, lock them into place. They're super sturdy. And like I said, I've used them horizontal too. I don't think you're supposed to use them that way, but I definitely have done that as well. All right, the next thing up here is the also upper right camera. This is a I don't know if these are available. I had one laying around here somewhere. I've kind of pieced them out a little bit because some of the parts I've used for other stuff. But I'll jump over here and explain how they work. So this thing would adapt to like an extension pole. So right here, let me do this again. This camera, I did not intend to use it this much for this. So this right here that my camera is mounted on, that is a Manfrotto extension pole. And so this top of that thing slides over the pole and you screw it on there. So when you have that Manfrotto pole turned upside down, clamped onto the Manfrotto auto pole, okay, I don't know if I can explain this right. So Manfrotto auto pole horizontal, extension pole coming down, then that thing will lock onto there and then upright sit your camera. And that way when I was setting it up, I don't have the picture, but when I was setting it up, I set up a studio space and I had like 3 cameras hanging down and no tripods. And then when I was done with the cameras, I could just push them back up with those Manfrotto extension poles. So a little bit tough to explain. Maybe I'll find a picture and show it later because it's pretty cool. And that's why I put all this stuff in there, was just to talk about that. And then for whatever reason, my Taylor GS Mini got into the carousel. I'm not really sure how that happened, but I love it. I have some videos of it on my page. If you're a guitar player and you're interested, I actually sold a Taylor 710 and replaced it with the GS Mini, and this is the Koa wood. It's not on special or anything, but it is a beautiful guitar, super great to play, super small, comes with a nice carrying case, gig bag, and I'm pretty impressed. I've been a Taylor guitar player for a long time. You know, it's what I call a hobby. And what I love about the Koa wood is none of them are the same. So you're not going to get something that looks like someone else's. They're all pretty unique in their own way. And that way, you know, if you order something and it comes, I don't think, I'm not 100% sure. I guess anything's possible, but I just don't think you're going to get anything that's similar to something else that someone else has. And mine is super cool looking. I love that thing. It plays great. It's small, so my wife can play it, and also my son, when he gets a little bit older, the expectation and part of the purchase was like, okay, they can both play it as well. So that is it. That is fun, man. We made it through 40 products, I believe, and hopefully you guys got something out of this besides a headache or motion sickness from all my camera movements. But yeah, I have a lot of fun here on Amazon. Just want to help people push the record button, hit the go live button, whatever it takes. We're all growing as content creators. We're all moving in directions and trying to get better at our craft, trying to get better at our skill. So go through that carousel one more time. I'll hang out for just a few more minutes. And if anybody has any questions or you want some clarification around some stuff, please let me know. Let me know, if I can help you out with something. Would be happy to do that. And I appreciate Barbecue David for being a part of the stream once again. There you go, Barbecue David. I think was here from the beginning to the end. So really appreciate you being a part of it. And hopefully you guys are finding a lot of good deals. There's a lot of good stuff going on Amazon, and I will be back tomorrow. I'm not really sure what time I'll be back. Probably earlier in the day because I got some podcast recordings tomorrow night. But yeah, I will try to I'll try to do that. All right, cool. We got David says, I hate to ask you, could you please recap the difference between the Sony Alpha ZV-E10 and the other one? All right, great. So just full disclosure, I don't have the Sony EV10, the ZV-E10. There we go. I was going to buy it. I didn't buy it because it wasn't available. So I ended up with a couple of the Sony ZV-1s. And so basically the biggest difference is going to be the ZV-1 has a fixed, okay, here we go. Once again, let's go here. So this has a fixed lens. So, I mean, it adjusts and it will zoom in and out, but you can't take this lens off. You can't replace it with anything else. In the ZV-E10, you're going to be able to take it off, and it's a little bit bigger of a sensor. So this is a smaller sensor. It's not going to work as great in low light. The E10 has a bigger sensor, has you can take the lens off, you can put different size lenses on it. So if you want a 16, millimeter, 24 millimeter, whatever, you can purchase the different lenses. The E10 is still a small. It's not a full frame camera, but that's going to be the biggest difference. And it's, I mean, that's what I was looking at, like the difference between like a fixed and then something I could adjust. And I don't know about a lot of the internal settings and that type of stuff. But yeah, here's the top of this one. I didn't even show you guys this. And there's a cool little button here where you can blur the background and all that kind of stuff. Pretty neat. Once again, I bought these because of this one reason. That was it. You just notice I'm in front of a chroma key, so all the green buttons went away. Let me get out of there. Okay, so there you go. So that's why I bought this camera, or a Sony camera in general, because it's super fast with the autofocus. So yeah, the ZV-E10, in my opinion, is going to be a little bit more versatile if you want to go out and do photography, if you want to go out and maybe vlog or do whatever. It's going to be more versatile, more options for lenses, that type of thing. It's going to be, really more of an all-around camera, in my opinion. And I don't know that much about Sony's. I just know some about the ZV-1s because that's the one I bought. But I did look at the E10, and if we keep talking about it, David, I might have to go figure that out. I'm gonna talk to my wife about that one and see. But anyway, because I do love Sony cameras now. I mean, I'm a pretty new Sony user, but they won me over, so we'll see. The Z1 is a full frame, correct? Man, I know. Let me look. I'm probably just gonna do what you did and look it up. But yeah, in full frame. So full frame, it's gonna be. I came from a full frame to like this even smaller one. But the ZV-1 is not a full frame. It's actually a smaller sensor than the I think it's called ASCP or something like that. I can't remember. Because this is just like a point and shoot camera. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see what the Z10 is. Hold on. Sony ZV-E10. I got dirt all over my keyboard from doing that race car earlier. Oh yeah, so the Sony, the E10, the ZV-E10 is an APS-C. So it's still not full frame, and the ZV-1's not full frame. The ZV-1's actually a smaller sensor. I can't remember what it's called though. So yeah, that's the difference, because full frame is going to give you more sensitivity, more light options, all that kind of stuff, and neither one of those are. But in my opinion, you don't really need. I mean, having a full frame is nice, but I don't know if you're using it in a studio like this. I mean, I don't know. I mean, some of the greatest content creators that I know of are using like a Z1 or a E10. A lot of live streamers and vloggers are using the E10 or the Z1, ZV-1. So, I mean, there's some other ones like the 7. I think the Sony Alpha 7 is like a full frame mirrorless camera. And then that, you're getting up there to $2,700 or whatever. So, I think the 7C is a full frame. What else is a full frame? I'm trying to think. Like I said, I don't really know that much about Sony cameras. But yeah, they're good though. I like the if anybody's just joined the stream, they're probably like, what is this guy doing to sit in front of a green screen? Like, what a weirdo. But I was showing the raw bay, the wide angle or the wide green screen, and kind of hanging out. So anyway, guys, I really, really appreciate you jumping into the stream. Appreciate you hanging out with me for nearly a little over 2 hours, man. What a live show it's been. It's been a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys have had as much fun as I have. I'm gonna go get some rest. I got another big day tomorrow with the Amazon Live and podcast recording and all that fun stuff. David says I have a barbecue YouTube channel and I bought a GoPro 10 and just returned it because it overheated and shut down while doing my first video. 9 minutes into the video. Yeah, I've heard of things like that happening, man. And honestly, are you recording to a memory card? Are you recording to your computer? Like, what? How are you doing that? Thank you for doing this. I'll be shopping for something tonight with you. Hey, man, I appreciate you, David. And yeah, man. So I'm recording to a memory card. Gotcha. So I would definitely, with any of these Sony cameras, like I said, there is that one setting where you got to turn on. I can't remember what it's called. And they don't have touchscreen either. Like I came from a touchscreen camera, so I used to just be able to reach over here and like figure it out, but now I can't. So I'm not really sure what the setting is, but it is like an overheat setting, and you got to put it on high. And then anytime you're using these cameras, like just make sure to help them out, open up the display screen. If you got a dummy battery with the battery compartment, just leave it open. That kind of stuff will help them out a lot. So. But I've been streaming for 2 hours and 18 minutes, 19 minutes, and with two of these on the whole time, and no overheating, and nothing's going. Let's see, where's that other side cam? I should have used this camera more. It's a good shot. But anyway, yeah. So I've been using them the whole time and haven't had them shut off at all, and it's been with a dummy battery and in the USB live stream mode on. So. Awesome. Let's see. Where is memory card? Okay, I heard the 64 does the same, overheats and shuts. Yeah, I've heard a lot of stuff about the 64. I don't know anybody. I think I know one person that has it, and he told me just the other day, like, I'm going to get the ZV-1 because it's giving me so much trouble. Okay, it says, okay, thank you. Take care. Just curious, where are you located? I'm in Atlanta. Oh, I'm in North Carolina. So I'm on the coast of North Carolina in the Wilmington area. So, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun, man. It's a good time, and I love Atlanta. I got some great friends that live there, so thanks for joining and jumping in. And man, thanks for joining for the whole stream, dude. I feel like I gotta send you something to Atlanta, but I don't know, man. Maybe I can come to Atlanta and get some barbecue. That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, man, good luck with your YouTube channel. Thank you everybody for watching. It's been so much fun, and until next time, we'll see you later. I'm gonna play the intro for the outro because I don't have an intro, so appreciate that.